Coaches, do you spend more time dealing with your admin, your Google Sheets, your different systems than you do actually coaching and looking after your clients? If you do, then I might have the perfect solution for you. My name is Mark Fox and I'm the CEO and founder of Kahunas, and I'd like to take a minute to show you exactly what we have and how this can help you both scale your business and manage your clients, make your time more efficient, and level up your coaching with your very own branded app in the app stores. Now, I know it might seem very easy from my position to say this is going to help you, this is going to save you time, it's going to make your life easier, it's going to level up your coaching. But let's have a look at what some of the actual coaches that have come over to Kahunas say. These are guys that have come over from some of the biggest platforms out there that they've been using and haven't been happy with, or they've got their own systems in place, Google Sheets, WhatsApp groups, all those sorts of things. And then they've made the transition to Kahunas, and they're so glad that they did.
Honestly, I can say that this app is the best coaching investment I've ever made. If you are used to be like me, using documents, using all these different forms, guys, get in touch with Kahunas because I promise you this will be the best investment you'll ever make.
This is the second app system I've used. I did actually start on True Coach. I didn't really like how that system worked. I know that there are other developments coming in the pipeline for this, which is going to make it even better.
So proactive, any comments that we've said, within a day, they've turned it around, haven't they? Where usually apps might say, we'd make a suggestion and 2 weeks later, it'd then be on the app. We'd literally say something in the morning and we'd wake up the next day and the feature would be there.
I've used other coaching apps before, and this one probably is 10 times better than anything else I've used before, purely because the user-friendly side of it is unbelievable.
I have used different platforms, but none has compared to Kahunas because of the way that it just simplifies my job.
Everything's on there, so the diet, the training, the supplements, the check-ins, daily habits. There's a vault on there. There's absolutely loads for me to go on there and use to benefit my clients. It's definitely a perfect app.
And feedback like that makes me so happy. Over the years, I've worked with a number of different bodybuilders, fitness professionals, influencers to help them grow and scale their business from 5 figures to 7 figures and beyond by developing digital platforms to help them engage with their users and to deliver their content. And that's how Kahunas came about. I would get messages every week from coaches that wanted to develop an app. Now, to develop your own app costs considerable amounts of money. Some of the budgets we've worked on the other businesses have been upwards of 6-7 figures even on one of them. So if you're a coach that's trying to build your own business and have your own app, it's very difficult to be able to outlay that kind of upfront cost to get your app in the App Store. And that's where Kahunas was born. I thought there's so many people that want this, that need this to make their lives easier coaching their clients and to help them level up to create an app that they can use in the App Store, branded 100% to you. And so we built Kahunas. And one of the best things, if not the best thing about Kahunas, is that we build it from the feedback of you, the coaches. So anytime you have an idea, a feature request, you pop it up in our feature request board. This goes on our development list and all the other coaches can vote on it so that we can make sure we're continually evolving the platform around you to make it better and better. So without further delay, let's jump in and have a look at what's available. So when you first log into Kahunas, you'll go through an onboarding process to set up your check-in forms, your initial Q&A, and your daily habits and accountability. Then you'll be at your dashboard, which will have a list of all the kind of major things that are going on. So you've got your latest check-ins, your latest clients, and your latest messages. And you'll notice some quick buttons there at the top that will allow you to just very quickly add a new client, things like that. So I'm going to take you through, not show you everything because we could be here all day. We have so many cool features on Kahunas. So I'm going to show you some of the major ones that I think you'll be interested in, and then I'll take you through what your app will look like. So to clarify, you get your very own branded app in the App Store. It doesn't have any Kahunas branding, and you tell your clients, hey, go and download my app, and they get access to it. They can log their workouts. Very soon they'll be able to log their nutrition as well, and they can view all of their plans and message you directly from the app. I'll go into that in more detail shortly, but for now, this is your dashboard. Adding a client on Kahunas is super easy. You can do it in less than a minute, and you can even hook up your own payment provider provider, Stripe or PayPal, and create your own packages. You can do one-off payments followed by subscriptions, or you can just have a subscription running, or you can set a one-off period of time that you'd like to sell a package for. Now, once you've set up your client, they'll then appear in your client's screen here, and at the top you'll see you have a summary of everything that's going on. So you get that high-level view of all the actions taking place in your account, the number of clients, how many are active, how many are due to end at the end of the week, and this gives you a great top-level view of everything. You'll also notice at the top we have the send broadcast button. So what you can actually do is filter these clients out by check-in day or by status, and then you can send them a bulk message. So that's either a push notification or a chat message that's directly sent both on Kahunas and in your own branded app. So let's jump into one of the clients and have a look. Okay, so this is your main client view page, and it gives you an overview of everything that's happening with your clients. You can see on the left-hand side, there's an activity feed, and this shows you any changes that you've made over time, and you can click onto those to have a look in more detail. You've also got private client notes, latest check-ins, and client data. So a huge part of what we're working on Kahunas is making sure that you have all the data you need from your clients in order to make intelligent decisions moving forward to help your client get results. Up at the top here, we've got some quick icons. So if I click on the little bar chart one, that's going to bring up graphs for everything that's happening across the week as a visual representation. You can see the start weight, end weight, and also the averages. You can also change here the different time period you'd like to look at, and you can create metrics for anything at all that you like. So we've got all of our own predefined metrics, but let's say you wanted to create one for your own. You could just pop that in your client form, and then that would automatically appear here on this graph. So you can have as many as you like appearing here, and you can turn these on and off based on different clients. You could have different check-in forms as well. We've also got cardio settings, so you can create cardio for your clients, and also you can set a goal for the future, and of course send any messages. So the messaging here, this allows you to send video messages, you can upload files, you could also send audio replies, and you can do this both in your own branded app, and your clients could do it in their branded app, or you can do it here directly on the website. Heading into some of the other areas, if we pop into check-ins, you'll be able to see a list of all of your client check-ins, and you can click on any check-in just to open that up and have a look. And the great feature we added here, which was a recommendation by some of our coaches, was the ability to compare check-ins with the previous one. So if I click on compare with previous, I can bring up the check-ins side by side, and I can go down and see exactly what's been happening week on week. You can go back as well and look at even further back check-ins. And a cool feature we've got is the ability to click a photo on one check-in, click a photo on another check-in, and it will bring them up side by side so that you can actually compare those photos directly. And I can also show you what that looks like in the gallery in a second. When you're looking at check-ins, you can compare diet plans, and you could also click here to see any changes that were made from last time so that you don't have to go back through and manually look. You can just have a look kind of as a top level view as to all the changes that you previously made. And you can have a look at the workout plan and also their log. So you can see between their workouts what they actually logged, total volume, and compare that from one check-in to the other to make sure that everything's progressing. And if we head into the gallery, this is going to show you all of the gallery pictures that your clients uploaded. Everything from all of their check-ins, initial Q&A are going to appear here, and you can always compare these pictures side by side. So if we click on compare, and then I can click this one and this one, and it will load them up side by side. And this happens in the check-ins as well, so that you can see exactly what's going on with your clients. Heading into Q&A, that's your initial Q&A that your client would fill out prior to starting with you. Diet gives you their full diet plan. And with diet plans, we can create macro-only plans, whereby you'd set the macros per meal. You could also just set the macros for the entire day if you want to. You can add in a full detailed plan. And that's where you're going to add all of your own foods. We have over 750,000 foods in the food database now, but of course you can add your own as well. And very soon in December, we're launching our in-app nutrition logger, which will allow your clients to log all of their own foods if you've enabled them to do it. So you'll be able to set up a macro only plan, enable your client to add nutrition directly in the app, and they can go through, log all their foods. They can scan foods with the barcode scanner, and that will all appear here in the dashboard so that you can see across the week how they're getting on with logging their food. You can also add supplement plans. Of course, you can create workout plans. You can upload all of your own exercise library database. You can also import it from YouTube or Vimeo, and we have around about 250 videos of our own that you could use. The calendar function allows you to not only schedule plans in the future for clients, but you can schedule all different types of events. So if I click here to add an event, we can see that there's various different events that we can put in place. But one of the most popular ones is the training phase. So if you like to create training blocks for your clients, perhaps 6 weeks and then another 6 weeks and then a 2-week deload, you can actually plan those out in advance. So rather than you having to keep track of when their next training phase is going to be, you could create a workout in 4 to 6 weeks time and then attach that to this training phase here. When you roll around to that date that you've set you want the next training phase to start, it will send a notification to you, a notification to your clients, and the plan will automatically be activated in their account. Daily Habits shows you all of the daily habits for your clients. So you can create kind of like a mini check-in form every day for your clients, where they could put in weight, they could put in HRV, they could put in any metric that you want to measure, and also you can give them actionable little tasks they have to do every day. So here you can see get 10 minutes of sunshine, neuroplastic work, and then you can go through and they can just tick these off in the morning or in the evening. You can even choose the time that they get a reminder of this to fill out their check-in form. And finally, in this section, we have the log, which is going to show you all of their workouts that have been logged, any cardio that's been logged, and they can log both LISS and HIIT style cardio, and also you can see progress of exercises over time. So for example, here I could put in incline machine, and then I can see here over the last month how my weights are progressing with my reps and weights for this particular exercise. So heading into the diet plan section, you get a bird's eye view of your diet plans with all of the macronutrients so that you can see which plan it is you might want to use. Now, diet plans are like your master template. You could, if you wanted to, create 10, 15, 20 plans, all within calorie ranges, and then when someone new starts with you, you just assign one of those and then make any changes specific to that client. So all of these here in your diet plans area are your master templates, and as soon as you assign them, that copy becomes specific to the individual, and you can continue to make changes for the client without affecting that master template. So then you could use it again for somebody else. So if we go in here and have a look, for example, at this diet plan, if I click on edit, we can add various different days across the top. And by the time you're watching this, we'll just be about to push live the ability to create templated days and meals. So what you'll be able to do is actually save different meals. So this, as an example, being meal 1, I could save this as a meal called breakfast. I could also tag it so that I could have kind of like a group of various different meals for breakfast. And that way, when I come to create a new plan, I'll just be able to click add meal, and I can import any meal I want to into different areas of the plan. I'll also be able to do that for days as well. So for now, features that we have here are the ability to copy and duplicate a day, add new days, and you can add alternative meals so that if you have a client that wants several choices, they can choose between the various different meals directly in your app. Heading down, you can add various different foods. It gives you a total of all the macronutrients. As I said, we're going to have this very cool update by the time you get your hands on this, which will allow you to have these templated meals directly that you can import to your plans. The workout plans, very similar to the diet plans, allow you to save these as your master templates. And when you copy these to an individual, when a new client signs up, you can just tweak the things that you want specific for that person. Also, we've got this cool new feature we've just added, and this again was a suggestion from one of the coaches. And that's a huge thing that we do. If something is presented to us that's a cool idea, we will of course put it out to everyone to vote on and make sure that it gets developed based on the priority on how many people actually want it. But 90% of the things you see have been created by coaches. So this here is the quick action to be able to see the plan. So let's say you have a new client start and you're looking for that plan that you created weeks ago, but you just can't remember which one it was. So rather than having to click through every single plan, you'll just be able to click on this little magnify icon and it'll bring you up a quick view of the exercises and the days that you've got laid out in the plan. So if I go into this actual plan to show you in a few more details, you can see here how it's laid out. And when you create a plan, you have a couple of these little toggles. So in these toggles here, we could create a superset and add further details in there. We can add more details. So you've got reps in reserve, rest period, intensity, all those sorts of things if you want to add more advanced information for your clients. And your clients, when you build a workout in Kahunas, your clients can log this directly in the app. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like in just a moment. You can also add your own exercises, add as many as you like, and you can import videos directly from YouTube or Vimeo so that you don't have to kind of download them and upload them directly to Kahunas. The way it works currently is to set your sets and reps. You just pop in the number of sets and then the reps you want here with any notes afterwards. This saves you having to go through and create individual sets for every single one and have to triple, quadruple your workload. What we're going to be doing very soon as well is giving you the ability to set defaults for these exercises so that every time you add it, you don't need to add all the same information. So when you create an exercise in your exercise library, you'll be able to specify what the default sets, reps, and notes should be. And then when you add that to any plan, it will automatically add all of that information for you. Now, when you're creating a workout plan, you get the choice of a simple plan where you can just literally literally write it out like notes on your phone. You could do a detailed plan, which is this plan right here. Or if you've got a PDF or Excel sheet, you could upload that as well. And your clients, of course, can access all of this in your own. Next up, we have your forms. And I won't go through and show you everything you can do on your forms. You can create check-in forms, daily habit forms, and add any fields that you like. We always give you some default ones that you might want to consider just to make it quicker and easier for you to tick those and add them directly to your form. But you can add as many questions or metrics that you want to show up in your graph. Your clients can also upload photos, they can upload videos, and they can do all this directly from the app. Your clients will very rarely ever actually use the website. They'll just download your app and then they just open the app up, click to check in on their check-in day, and then they just upload all their photos and everything you've asked for them in their check-in form. So if we run through this really quick, initial questionnaire when someone signs up with you, check-in form is going to be your weekly form that you send out to people. Daily progress and habits is the log that I showed you with the daily accountability and the metrics. And then contact forms is one we're just going to jump into. So contact forms are a way for you to use Kahunas as a lead generation. So what you can do is create any kind of contact form you like. You could put in name, email address, all those sorts of things. And then off the back of that, you can create automations. So once you create a form, you can then copy the link and then use that link on your social media. The form will just show your logo at the top, the form underneath, and a success message when someone enters their details. But then anyone that fills that out gets saved as a lead here. Now, all of your leads, you can add a status to them. So perhaps you've called them, you've emailed them, they're not interested. You can also directly from here convert people to a client so that it copies all their information over without you having to recreate them. The great thing about forms and with many other areas on Kahunas is our automations. So the automations allow you to set up email funnels to your clients. And an email funnel is just a series of emails that would go out. For instance, when someone onboards with you, when someone fills out your contact form, you can set up a series of emails and messages that get sent to your client at specific times. So we can see here when a new client is created that there is an automation in progress. And if I click on actions and edit, we'll be able to see all the messages. So we can see that the first message that goes out is new clients created. The subject line is test. And then we've got just a bit of information about, hey, I'm really excited to have you join up. Here's a PDF attached. We want to send that message 1 minute after someone joins. Now we could, let's say 7 days. If I popped in 7 days here, you could send an email, a push notification, or a chat message. So it could appear in different areas. And the reason we've done it that way is so that it looks very natural and organic. If you're just sending emails all the time, it could look like it's coming from a system. But you can use also here, you'll notice it says first name, last name. So you could put after 7 days, hey Mark, just checking in that you've had a chance to look at X, Y, and Z. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message. And you could send that as a chat message. So that appears directly in the chat on Kahunas and in the app as well. And you can set up as many of these email series as you like. Next up is the Vault. And the Vault is your own private content area where you can add various different files for your clients to access. And this is great if you have a series on nutrition or sleep or just some sort of education level that you offer your clients. And you can even set this up to drip out to clients over a period of time. So any file that you upload or folder, you could set for specific packages that they get access to this folder in 7 days or this file in 6 days. And then you could do that for every single one of your files so that your clients get this stream of content throughout their time with you as a coach. This is great to build engagement and retention with your clients. So you can create individual folders and you can upload videos, audio. You can even actually create a document directly in here. So if we click on file upload, you can see we've got all these different files that we can upload, but also we've got an editor where you could just type an article and then post that directly in your Vault for your clients to access. And of course, they can access this in your app as well. At the bottom, you'll see assign access. So you can choose who you want to assign access to based on all the different packages you have available. And then when you want to give access to these people. So you could do immediately, or you can set a date in the future as to when someone gets access. You could even set different access levels and different time periods based on the package that someone had with you. So finally, onto your own app in the app stores. Now you can see here in the top right, this one's branded to Kahunas, but on our professional package, which is only $49 a month, you're going to get your own branded app in the app store. So where you see that little Kahunas icon, it would be your own logo. It would be your app with your name underneath, nothing with Kahunas on it. But for the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to show you how everything looks inside the Kahunas app. So if I click on this, I'm currently logged in as the coach. And the first thing that I'm going to see is all of my clients listed out in front of me. Up the top, I've got my notifications and I've also got the little chat icon there and of course the Kahunas logo. Again, this would be your logo at the top of the app. And the colors here are all Kahunas colors, they're blue, but you'd have any colors that match your brand to make sure that it's all branded to you and your business. So scrolling through, we can see all of the different clients that I have and all of their check-in days. And if we click here on the client that we looked at on the website earlier, Mark Fox, it's going to give me an overview of his progress. So I can see his check-in days, the package he's on, the number number of weeks that he's been into his plan, and I've got access to all of the data on the go as well. So all of those things that we looked at on the website, all of those data points are also available here so that I can see exactly how Mark's getting on across the different weeks and months with the progress with his plan. And again, any metrics that you add in your check-in form, these will all be available in the app for you to look at and monitor how your clients are getting on. So looking down from top to bottom, we can see we've got all of the same things that we had on the website, and you can view these directly here. And if we actually go to the edit icon at the top, we can switch to the client view as well. You can see that you can do all of the basic things you'd like to. So you can switch workout plans, change the workout plans. You can actually edit the diet plan as well, which I'll show you in a second. But if we switch to client, we can see how this looks for Mark whilst he's using the app. So when Mark or any client logs in, you'll be able to see this is exactly what they see in the app. And you can see at the top, check-in. Your check-in day is Friday. So if I click on that, it's going to show the check-in form. And this is how easy it would be for your clients to do their check-ins. They literally would click that button. They open your app, your branded app from the App Store. They click that button at the top, the big one that says check-in. They go through, fill out the information, choose their pictures, click a few buttons based on their mood and libido and all those sorts of things that you specified. Click submit, done. They can even fill out half of it. And then you'll notice here, if I click back, it says save. So I can save it for later, or I can delete it entirely. Your clients get access to everything. So they can see their daily progress, and you get to see this as a coach as well. I can see how my weight's progressing. I can look at all my progress pictures. My diet plan is available in the app, so I can see my diet here. Up the top, I've even got a shopping cart icon. So if I click that, it's going to show me all the food I need to buy for the next week. I can switch between the different days. And don't forget, we'll have, by the end of this year, the ability to actually log your own foods and change your foods in the app. So scrolling down further, we've got the workout plans. And here, as a client, I can actually log the workout on the go. So I go to the gym, click on log this workout, and you're going to see here that I can enter all my sets and all my reps. Now, if I've completed a workout in the past, the same workout, then in that left side there, where it says the number 1, number 2, there'd be another column which will show me all the previous weights that I've used so that I know exactly what I need to do this time around in the gym. Once I've added my reps, so if I put 20 reps here for 100 kilograms, I would run through and tick off my sets as I go. I can even add additional sets, and there's a few options here as well. So I could add some notes. I can swap the exercise to another exercise in your exercise library. I can change the order if a machine was being used or wasn't available that day, and I could add additional exercises in. Once you're finished, the client would just click on complete workout, and that would be it. The workout is now done. It's saved successfully, and that appears now on your end so that you can see how your client's been getting on. So it's super easy. The whole point of this app is to make it so easy for your clients to check in. They do it every single week when they're supposed to. Daily habits every single day. The workouts, they can log them at the gym, get access to their diet plans. It's all right there in the app. They don't need to go through Google Sheets, go to an email, try and find what they're supposed to be doing. It makes it so easy for your clients that it makes it easy for you. And then in the app, if we, I'll just show you a couple more things. So cardio, they give you all their cardio and log cardio directly in the app. So we've got steady state and interval training. We've also got the video library, which if you've enabled, this allows a client to access your entire video library so they can see all the exercises. The Vault, of course. So the Vault has all of the files and folders that you've created that you've given access to for your client. And then the calendar, which shows any events or training phases coming up or any appointments that we've scheduled as well. Up the top here, you see this little icon. This is going to be the daily habit form. So they can fill it out any time of the day, but they'll get a reminder. And you set the reminder time in your settings panel on Kahunas. Your client gets that reminder to fill out their daily check-in. And again, all of this data goes into the data area for you to be able to see progress over time. So some cool features coming to the app over the next couple of months. In December, we're going to have the ability for clients to actually track their nutrition in the app. And then January, our focus is wearables. So all of those metrics that they would have to manually fill out, that will automatically be uploaded from their wearable device directly into the data for you to be able to monitor as a coach. So if we head back to coach view, and we can see here, this is my plan. And what I can do is if I wanted to make changes on the go, I could just go to Mark's diet plan, click edit plan. And now let's say I want to edit this first meal. I just swipe from right to left, click edit, and then I can swipe from right to left, edit any of these. I can add new foods. I can add an alternative meal. And as a coach, that means if you're out, you're doing stuff, you haven't got your laptop with you, and you just want to make a quick change to someone's plan, you can do it so quickly and easily in here. And everything you've changed is recorded for you so that you know all the changes you've made week on week, and you can compare it. I'll just show you the messages quickly. So with all of your messages that you have with your clients, you can see here that you can have voice messages, you can do text messages, you can send smileys, emojis, all those sorts of things. And we're working on further improvements to this as well, so that you can reply to individual messages and so that you click like you would do on other messaging platforms. But you can send a video, you can send attachments, all of that directly in the messaging system, which means that you can have everything in one place. You no longer need to have Google Sheets and email and Google Drive and then WhatsApp and group groups and all that stuff. You could do everything directly in your own branded app, and you get to tell your clients that, hey, I've got my own app in the App Store, go and download it, which of course levels up that professionalism to the service that you're offering your clients. So at the bottom here, you've also got a few icons. The first one is your check-ins. So you can just click that and run through the whole list of all of your check-ins of your clients. The next one is all of your plans. So you can add any new plans to all of these different sections here. And then finally, you've got your calendar, where you can see from week to week your global calendar of what's happening with all of your clients, and you can filter it at the top by specific events so that you know what's coming up. So the big question is always, how much does this cost? And right now our pricing is more than reasonable. So the starter package is $39. That gives you access to the branded Kahunas app. The next level up is the $49 a month, and that gives you your very own branded app in the app stores, 100% with your logo and your own listing in the app stores. And then the $89 package is the one that allows you to bring on team members that you can assign clients to as well. Now, I do have to warn you that our pricing is going to be going up shortly. We only launched 18 months ago, and a big focus for us has just been to make sure that the platform is perfect for you guys. Your feedback is so valuable in helping us shape Kahunas into what it's become today, and we have some really, really exciting things coming in the new year. So inevitably, as the business grows, we do have to change our pricing slightly in the future. But what I can promise you is that anyone that joins Kahunas today will keep this price for life. So if you join today on the $49 a month, that will never change for you as long as you're using the Kahunas platform, regardless to what our pricing does on the front end for everyone else. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. I hope there's some value in it and some really cool things here that can help you with your business. And we also have a link on our website that shows you the upcoming development, or check out our Instagram for all the cool features that I'm posting up on a regular basis. And if you need anything, please do drop me a message, mark@kahunas.io. Thanks everyone.